Alright, so I'm gonna start off with a question. How many of y'all would pay for $20 for a pair of shorts? There is hands. How about 50? How about 75?
It's Lululemon.
Yeah. So like everyone's saying no, probably Lululemon's not for y'all because I mean we'll get more into that with the price range later, but
Yeah, so my name is Clarisse Rodriguez, and I'm a freshman at St. Edward's, and I'm studying business admin.
I'm Kevin Rosbowski. I'm also studying business at St. Edward's. And today we're going to talk about how Lululemon went from one small studio in Vancouver to a global multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah, and we're going to elaborate on the history, their product development, and then just where they are now in the company and their own mission and everything. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the history and the foundation. So like Kevin said, that the first Lululemon studio was opened by Chip Wilson in 1998 in Vancouver. So initially it wasn't an actual store like the studio it opened. It was just a studio where they designed clothes, like women's yoga apparel, and all they did was design clothes there for the first 2 years. And then in the evening time, the studio was converted into like a yoga studio where people would come and like, you know, do yoga together, and it was just like an environment of like health and wellness and just all that good stuff. And then, so 2 years after it was a studio, they converted it into an actual Lululemon store where they sold women's apparel. And then they also, along with like that store, they did open more studios, and they could like continue to like teach yoga classes and stuff. And when they were opening when they converted the first studio into a store, their mission was to create an environment where everyone could, it was a place to like sweat and a place to promote like healthy living. So they wanted you to like work out and like be active together with other people who are like-minded like you and wanted to like, you know, carry on the lifestyle. So, and Kevin is gonna elaborate more on like their apparel.
Actually, we'll do growth expansion.
We're gonna talk about expansion,
So
actually.
beginning, like we said, it began in 2000. From originally 2 years prior, it was the studio with everything. But then, current day, they have around 400 locations around the world, and they have like online retail, so it's come a long way from being a little studio where people would get their sweat on with some yogis and stuff. Along with having their stores around the world, they also have manufacturing distribution centers in like all major markets, like in different cities, so like obviously America, Vancouver, Australia, UK, and all the other like big hotspots for sales. In 2005 was really when the company like took off. It was a big year for like, it was booming. They had $60 million in sales when they developed new products, and 48 million more was came in whenever they sold to private investors. And then in 2007 they increased like, I believe it was 405% whenever they went public on NASDAQ. And like as of now, their stock price is around like, it's fluctuated between like 140 to 160. And all of this was possible through the development of new products, which now I'm going to talk about. And so, like Clarisse said, they originated in women's apparel, and that's like leggings. The notorious leggings are like $100-something, the shorts, the tops, and then once they went to new products, like they dove into like menswear. In 2015, they actually opened up their first all-men's store in New York. And then in 2009, they opened up the first like division of like young girls clothes, Aviva, which opened up. They have like new products in the new markets. And then one thing that Lulu strives for is the commitment to quality. And as Medium.com said, that they identified the main competitors as like Nike, Under Armour, this thing called Adidas, and all that, like different athletic apparel brands. And one thing that separates themselves from all the like the plethora of companies is that they have great customer service. And one thing that they really strive upon is they take feedback from their customers, and that's used to like fix complaints about the products, develop new products. And then another thing is they have free alterations, and so like if you have a problem with either the leggings or something, cause like it's an investment, honestly. Like you're spending a lot of money on a piece of clothing that's gonna last like a year top.
I have leggings from Lululemon, and I got them my that's just like an example of their quality of clothes. Like, I've had leggings for like 5 years, and they're like, you couldn't even tell. Anyway, but now you know.
And then another thing I've taken advantage of personally is their damage return policy. So if you have like frayings or anything like that, you can either like get them repaired, or you can just get a whole new pair of shorts or shirts. So if you're trying to like scheme in on something, you could definitely take advantage of that. And then one thing also they separate themselves is their patents with their like technology, as in their clothing. There's specifically one of them is silver scent, and it's the technology inside the clothes. It hides the scent of sweat, and there's bare skin, so it feels like, I guess the leggings feel like you're wearing nothing, walking around nude. And then also notoriously there's the price. Like I said, their apparel ranges from $50 to $200, but they justify that by saying you pay, for high quality, you pay their price with everything.
But yeah, just to close us out today, so Chip Wilson basically had this vision of a environment and a community thriving on positivity and like physical and mental like wellness. Because like, you know, when you're doing yoga, you're getting physically fit and you're also getting mentally fit. So it just, you know, relaxes you, and like it's a great thing. And so yeah, and then they were to go global, and they were able to expand